In this video session, I'm going to run you through what Nearpod is going to look like from a teacher perspective. So I'm going to go, I've already been logged in here, should have seen this before. I'm going to go to my library and pick out one of my Nearpods. This is actually one that I did for an agriculture science class, and I'm just going to click on that, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see down here, I'll move this down so you can maybe see a little bit better. You're going to see share, so you could actually share it a couple different ways. You could embed it, or edit it. You could assign it as homework, or we can actually go to the live session. So this is what you're going to share with your students, and you can do that a whole bunch of different ways here. You can see this here, but I'm going to enter in this pin on my mobile device so that I can actually enter as a student, and I can enter information as we go through the presentation. I'm not going to go through the material from this presentation, but just kind of show you how this is going to look. So here I would actually swipe this. I've used this in class before. I've operated it on my iPad, walking around the room, interacting with the students, and it works quite nicely. The neat thing about this is the fact that that you now have control over the student's screen or device that they have. And another way also is to know that you can tell whether or not they're engaged or not. If you go up here, you're actually going to see like a little green meeting of people here, and that's going to tell you, because I'm a classroom of one right now, but it's showing that I have one person in the class and they are active. If I would actually get out of my app and go somewhere else, this would actually show up as red. So that's going to tell me that that person is no longer, here. I have yet to log in, and it would tell me who is active and not active. So here it's going to ask me to actually put my name. So I'm going to do that, and here we're waiting for the students to sign in, and it'll actually then go to the actual slides. So as you're going through the slides, you're talking about your information. The students are going to see this on their devices of some sort. So the information being shared, this actually slides across their device, and the information, you can really talk about it just like you would with a normal presentation, but it's one of those things where the students are kind of waiting for what's going to happen next. Like in this situation, I actually, in the middle of this presentation, asked them, what do they think, what do the letters LCT and UC stand for? I'm going to real quickly write this in. And the students then would actually participate and put that in. Now, as you can see here on the screen, this is the teacher's screen. Right here, what we can do is actually share. Maybe you would have 30 students in this classroom. You can actually look at their answers. Right now, this is unanimous. This is not shown to the rest of the class, and here I can share with the students some of the answers. So share, and it's going to push out various answers. The nice thing about it is it's anonymous, so students can't see, oh well, Johnny put that, maybe he's wrong, and there's complete secretive answers, so no one can be singled out. So that's a nice thing about this, that we can share and unshare information, and maybe someone put something in here that now they can really show that maybe they're confused. You can talk about it as a class. So we can continue on and go through the information. It's going to ask some more information here, just like we did. I'm not going to ask for that. I'm going to continue on to get to the very end of this, where again it's going to ask for just different questions. Some of the questions that you can ask are actually drawing. You could enter and use that. Just showing some animal shots here about comfort and animal housing and how to best have a barn set up. And then what you can do is, this is a quiz at the very end. It's on my mobile device, ask me if I'm ready to take a quiz. So I'm ready to take a quiz. I can do that right on my device. I'm just really quickly going to put in some answers here so that you can see, and as you can see as I'm answering them, it's showing on the screen here whether or not I have answered. So you can actually see the progression of the students as they are going through this. So if a student really falls behind, and I'm just really quickly trying to go through this, you can see that. And right now my mobile device is freezing up, slowing down. That's slowing up the process, and obviously that could happen in the classroom as well. And again, I'm just entering in information. So that you can see. And so in this situation, I've completed the quiz. And obviously here, just as I'm entering really quickly, entering information, not even reading the questions, you can see that I really didn't do a great job, my student in my class here. So this would obviously be a situation where you may want to revisit the information and go back and really talk about those questions, those summative questions that you really wanted the students to take home. So another thing too is you can push on the share button. That's going to kick out the results in a pie chart form to the students so that they can actually see what's going on. So they're going to receive, okay, well, how did the class do as a whole? And they can kind of compare themselves to the rest of their class. And so that's just a real quick run through about how Nearpod looks from a teacher's perspective. I'm going to try to do the same thing from a student perspective. And then here's an option where you can always assign a Nearpod as homework. Let's say that you really didn't have time, or you want to give the students an opportunity to review. Assigning it as homework is always an option. I hope this was beneficial. It's a really neat interactive tool to use in your classroom, and always good to find those really neat interactive tools.